Ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, and children of all ages, you are watching yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Wednesday night or Saturday night, and you know what that means. It is time for yet another episode of the AEW Dynamite or Collision Event Center. And now here's the man that will give you the all elite wrestling report for Wednesday nights and Saturday nights, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977, episode 2082. Back from vacation, as far as, back to work. And it's been a decent, been a beautiful day. I think we're going to have a lot of those coming pretty soon. And let me tell you something now. We're about, 10 days away from, we got 9 days left of winter. Of the winter season, I should say, not of just because sometimes the winter weather keep going. Remember, April the 1st, 1997, April Fool's Day blizzard. The only difference was back then, I didn't have to worry about driving to work at the time. You know what I mean? Hope you guys are having a blessed day. And like I said, my vacation, I gotta tell you, my vacation was great. Everybody has been bugging me. Everybody's been bugging me. Because I went to Domino's on my birthday, and he said, "Did you try the stuffed crust pizza?" I didn't realize Domino's was doing stuffed crust now, and I decided, well, guess what? Next week I'll pick up some. I'll do the pizza thing again, and I did that, and I picked up some stuffed crust today, and it was very well done. My glasses have been a pain in the butt all day. Sheepus. I mean, it's probably time to get some new shades or something. Oh, wait a minute. Got a lens cleaner here. Give me a second here, folks. I do apologize for this. It's weird to see you guys, have you guys see me without my glasses, huh? All right, I'll get to, and I'll get to you good people here in just a moment, because it has been quite the week. Quite the week and all that good stuff. So, all right. You know what? That's gotta be. All right. It looks like we're good. Sorry about that, folks. There's something on my face. Could be from the pizza. Yeah. So I decided, well, I'm gonna go get some Domino's for lunch again. See if I can. But this time the stuffed crust pizza. I tried it. Stuffed crust linguiça pizza. It's weird. It's like, I've been a traditionalist all my life. And having stuffed crust linguiça pizza from Domino's, that could be the only thing, and it's pretty good. So, anyways. Saw the Queen of the Ring. You can check my video about the episode on that. Yes, I do love Toni Storm. That's why I got her. Like 4 pictures of her on my thumbnails. I'm sure Romy's gonna pick on me about that on both of us. I'm sure. And hopefully both of us comes on today. So last night I didn't get a chance to do this because it was very, very late, and like I said, I was going. If I was on 2 weeks in a row vacation, it would be a different story. But can't do that at work, so I decided, well, I'm taking separate weeks, as you know. The next vacation I'm going to take will be after 3. So I got 3 more weeks, and then the next vacation will be from, I do believe, the 5th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 5th to the 9th. 5th to the 9th, and so, with the weekends off, I can actually watch WrestleMania and enjoy it. Enjoy WrestleMania. And that's a big thing. So, got to talk about AEW Revolution last night. Decent show throughout. The whole thing was a decent show. It wasn't, super spectacular, great. It had some great matches. I'll tell you one match that stole the show. But I will get to that. And it's not the match that everybody thought it would be. So let's check out the 0 hour. The 0 hour. As you know, they had the pre-show with RJ City, Renee Paquette, Paul Walter Hauser, and Jeff Jarrett. Guests like, QT Marshall, Harley Cameron came on. And the ladies, two of the ladies from Queen of the Ring, Damaris Lewis and Kelly Berglund, who was pretty cute, in my personal opinion. And so was Francesca Eastwood, Those two ladies stood out to me in the movie. And they were talking about the Queen of the Ring. They were promoting Queen of the Ring. They were in L.A. So they got to the action. Blake Christian and Big Shotty Lee Johnson took on the team of Hologram and the Ring of Honor Television Champion Commander. And Commander and Hologram didn't end up winning the matchup. And Renee Paquette interviewed Ash Vilson from talk about the Queen of the Ring movie. Then there was an 8-man tag team match, the Undisputed Kingdom. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong teaming up with the TNT champion Daniel Garcia versus the Shane Taylor Promotions. That would be Shane Taylor himself. The Ring of Honor Pure Champion Lee Moriarty, and the Infantry, Carly Bravo and Sean Dean. And I predicted that they would win this matchup. Let me get my... I predicted that they would win this matchup, the Undisputed Kingdom and Daniel Garcia. They did. But the Ops were sitting on the skybox, overseeing a lot of trios competition. It seems like to me the Ops wants to make their mark in the Ops wants to make the mark in the trios division. No lie. The Ring of Honor World title was on the line. Chris Jericho was defending it against Gravity, but it was no contest because Jericho, Big Bill, and Brian Keith, the Learning Tree, and decide to attack Gravity. Bandito comes to his aid, but he gets attacked as well. Both men got attacked, and then they were beating him with Chris Jericho was beating him with a bat, and then his mom, both their mother and sister were there, and they were crying their eyes out. And then Jericho was beating the snot out of Gravity, and Big Bill and Brian Keith were forcing Bandito to watch, and then he took his mask, which is a sign of disrespect in the Lucha Libre thing. And that was really disgusting on Jericho's part. And then when Aubrey Edwards, who was supposed to referee the match, and the match it was no contest because the belt didn't, because of all that, they decided to come into the ring and console Gravity because Gravity was hiding his face and all. And Jericho, he was about to raise his bat and hit the mother and sister with it. Jericho, you are a stupid idiot. And you call yourself the Ring of Honor. Do you even belong wearing that title? Here's the deal. No. Jericho, you do not. You're a stupid idiot. You know what happens? You know what happens when you do that? When you disrespect luchadors like that? Chris Jericho, guess what? You just made the list. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's right. I'm only using your old gimmicks in the WWE, Jericho. The Nueve, please. Yeah, you've been world champion 9 times, dude. I'll tell you one thing. I think Bandito's going to kick your butt and get that belt from you. And that's what I'm hoping. Jerk. Chris Jericho is a jerk. And that's what Chris Jericho. That's Chris Jericho. That's his new name, Chris Jericho, or Chris Jericho. What a moron! Hi guys. I'm like, bye Jericho. Hope you lose your title. It'd be like a remote control contestant in 3rd place. Go off the air. I'm hoping somebody does that to Jericho, man. Anyways, and we have a trios matchup. Big Boom AJ, they bring the boom with Big Justice's son. And the fun part was Orange Cassidy comes out, and his interest is, I hope I eat a lot of cookies. It was just so funny. I love Orange Cassidy. That's the thing, it kind of looks like Chris Sale if he was cool, But then he came out with the Rizzler, the Rizzler doing the thing, and he did. The Rizzler was dressed like Orange Cassidy. I was like, God, this is great. Very entertaining matchup. And the conglomeration team of Mark Briscoe. And who teamed up with Mark Briscoe? And Orange Cassidy, duh. Anyways, Mark Briscoe and Orange Cassidy of the conglomeration teamed up and went up against Johnny TV, a.k.a. Johnny Nitro, a.k.a. John Morrison. accompanied by Taya Valkyrie, his real-life wife, and the MXM collection of Mansoor and Mason Madden. And last time I checked, they had the Ring of Honor, one of the Ring of Honor tag team titles they stole from Sammy Guevara. It looks like Guevara got it back from them, and Taya Valkyrie said, "What are the children at ringside?" Dissing Big Justice and the Rizzler. But then when Taya Valkyrie got involved and started making out with Johnny TV, I would have screamed, "Dude, there's a match going on. Get a room later and celebrate, right?" And so when Taya Valkyrie got involved, Harley Cameron about had enough of all the shenanigans, no pun intended, as decided, well, hold up. Oh, sorry about that, folks. I was gonna tell my parents what's going on at the house, and because they were working. So it's a beautiful day out. It's over 60 degrees. Would you believe that? Over 60 degrees. Spring is coming. Anyways, Harley Cameron, about fed up with all that, took care of Taya Valkyrie, giving bait, and there was one spot where Big Justice ends up powerbombing Mansoor. I'm like, this kid really wants to learn how to wrestle, man. Anyways, yeah, during the matchup, and AJ and the Conglomeration, I picked them to win. Technically 2-0 because Chris Jericho and Gravity, when it happened, I think I was going to say that Chris Jericho retains the title, so technically I'm right about that. Yeah, AJ and the Conglomeration did win the matchup, and then the Murder Machines were arrived to do something with the Conglomeration and Big Boom AJ until Powerhouse Hobbs comes in, cleans house, attacks Mason Madden, and then Adam Devine and Tony Caballero, I think they were doing a movie, and I forget what the movie was called, or something like that. They double choke slam Mansoor. They got in the action. The celebrities are getting in on the action. Ken Jeong was there. Leslie Jones was there, and so it is a beautiful day out, man. I'm going to tell you, it's really awesome. I still can't get over it, how beautiful it is. All right, let's go to the main card. Hangman Adam Page against MJF. This matchup could have gone either way. Both men wrestled their butts off. Listen, as much as I don't like MJF's personality, the way he treats people and the way he insults people and all that, but he's a good wrestler. There's no doubt about it. What he can do in the ring, very young. He is a former AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Don't forget that. And he's also a former Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion as well. And I think if he did leave AEW and go to the WWE, he probably would thrive there too. In the wrestling game too. He would have made a great Intercontinental Champion. And having that make that title prestigious. Who knows? He can. Who knows? He can make that title longer than Gunther's. You never know. But we'll never know for sure. We'll never know unless he signs with the WWE and they do something with him. But right now he's with AEW doing his thing. But thank God, Hangman Adam Page beat MJF. Praise the Lord. I was like, if MJF wins, we're never going to hear the end of it. But Hangman Adam Page did pick up the victory, as I picked him to win the match. That was the first of the matches. Yeah, that was that was the first of the matches, and yeah, that was the first of the matches, and went 1-0. And then the TBS title was on the line. Mercedes Moné defense against Mobile Watanabe, and during that time, Billy Starks was taking notes of the match in the skybox. Maybe Billy Starks, probably sick and tired of Athena harassing her too much, so she can't go after Athena for the world title. Why not go after the AEW TBS Championship? She's taking notes of the matchup, and I picked Mobile Watanabe to win this thing. I thought she would take it off her, but Mercedes Moné ended up retaining the title. So Billy Starks may be next on the card. Number 1 contenders matchup between Swerve Strickland and Ricochet. As you know, also Ricochet brought in the NBC jacket. That was for Prince Nana. And like I said, Ken Jeong was in attendance, disrespecting Ricochet, booing him, boo. I'm like, yeah, go. And Leslie Jones, Brad Williams, the small dude, who is a comedian. he was there. He was there. He's a big wrestling fan too. And Ron Funches was there too, and Leslie Jones was there. And Leslie Jones, they all thought that was. It was funny. Leslie Jones, I think when Nigel begins said, "That's Prince Nana's mother," or was it? Oh, that's Swerve's mother. It was hilarious. And and because Leslie Jones was into it, she's like, "Get him, beat him up." She was standing up, going, "Get him, get him." It was hilarious. But in the end, Swerve Strickland did win the matchup as I knew he would, so hence 2-1 in my picks, and finally got the jacket, the embassy jacket back once worn by the late great Jimmy Rave, and hands it over to Prince Nana. And Nana was so happy, he hugs Swerve Strickland and does the dance, and everybody's doing the dance at ringside. It was hilarious. It was great. And the AEW Continental Championship was on the line as Kazuchika Okada against Brody King. Okada tried to break every rule in the book to keep his title and outsmart, because I think Brody King's size and weight, you would think that I thought Okada would be crushed and get really severely beating. I picked Brody King to win, but nope, Okada retained the title. By hook or by crook. Who's next on Okada? Who's next to go after Okada? Somebody ought to clock it. And he always calls people biatches and flips the middle finger. I would have said, "Will you Stone Cold Steve Austin now?" Who knows for sure. Now the AEW Tag Team titles were on the line. The Hurt Syndicate against the Outrunners, who were receiving their first shot at the gold. The Outrunners were former OVW Tag Team champions, which is a lot. And they're very entertaining dudes. They call themselves the youngest men alive. They're retro dudes, wearing the retro gear of the 80s. And Miso's got them. And he does this. Now that the crew, that would be Leo Rush and Action Andretti, were watching the matchup. Hurt Syndicate does retain the title as I picked. Now the Hollywood ending match, as I like to call this one, for the women's championship, Timeless Toni Storm defending it against the former champion Mariah May. This match, to me, stole the show. Ashton Vildsen, the director of Queen of the Ring, was there, as well as two of Toni Storm's castmates from that movie, Damaris Lewis and Kelly Berglund, were watching the matchup. These ladies took it to a level that I never thought it would go before. They went above and beyond. What they did, they both busted each other. They went Taipei death matches they take their wrists and they put the glasses on, and both women were busted open to the point where both their faces were crimson mask red with blood. I was like, I gotta respect both of these ladies because they did one. But I'm not just saying it because I love Toni Storm and all that, but gotta respect Mariah May as well. These ladies had really took it to a level, like ECW proportional level, or even more, even beyond that. And my hat goes off to both ladies, and congratulations. Toni Storm did retain the title, but it's amazing what these ladies did. They killed it. To me, that stole the show because I thought the Osprey Fletcher steel cage match was still a little show. No, these ladies stole the show and leveled up in that violence. What's next for Mariah May? Can she challenge Mercedes Moné for the TBS title? Or, will a women's tag team championship be in AEW? And I'd like to see Mariah May team up with somebody like, or if she decided to leave joint forces up with Harley Cameron. Who knows? Harley Cameron's been coming into her own. Mercedes Moné, what's next for her? Belly Starks seems to be one to challenge. Is Mercedes Moné going to eye the AEW Women's World Championship held by Toni Storm? People want to see that matchup, You never know. With the Timeless one. And it was a heck of a matchup, end of an era for both ladies in that match. Because that was probably one of the best feuds they ever came up with in the women's division in AEW. And I'm telling you, ever since Toni Storm came to AEW, she leveled up. She leveled up and everything. Get the Timeless persona out. I guarantee you, if she decided to leave AEW and go back to the WE, she better take that Timeless gimmick with her, trademark it, do something with it, copyright it, do something like that. Let her bring it to the WWE and watch the woman work. And with the Women's Intercontinental and United States title in the picture now, I'm sure she has an ample opportunity. We shall see. Or will she go back to NXT and go challenge for the NXT title? Or, people want to see Toni Storm, Becky Lynch lock up. I don't know it's gonna all happen, folks. But I'll tell you one thing right now: that Toni Storm, Mariah May stole the show. That's my match of the night. for that one. The international title on the line, Konosuke Takeshita with Don Callis, who joined on commentary, against defending against Kenny Omega. Omega fought hard after being out for a year with diverticulitis and all that. And Don Callis joined the commentary. He gets involved in the matchup. Even Tony Schiavone about had enough. Just sit there and just watch the matchup, commentate. Don't get yourself hurt in there. And this was a heck of a matchup. And Kenny Omega finally won it. He became the first AEW Grand Slam Championship. Now remember, the international title wasn't originally becoming was the originally the All Atlantic Championship. So Kenny Omega becomes the first AEW Grand Slam Championship. He won the AEW World Title, the Tag Team Title, the Trios Title, and now the International Title. So congratulations to Kenny Omega becoming the first ever AEW Grand Slam Champion. And then the Steel Cage match, Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher, they went at it. A lot of emotion in that matchup, and Ospreay ended up winning the matchup. So that's what I did. That's why I picked who I picked to win. Then Tony Schiavone interviewed Ash Wilson, Damaris Lewis, and Kelly Berglund. A lot of people kind of upset what Damaris Lewis said. And I think, somebody interpreted it like, go out there and just, go out there and just be confident about somebody has some different interpretations about that, but I'm not going to judge about what she said and all that. I know she was quoting, I thought she was quoting one of the movie, movie line, one of the lines from the movies, that stood out to her. That's my deal. Let's see. World title was on the line. Jon Moxley against Cope. Now this one was a doozy. This one was a doozy of a matchup. These two fought so hard to the point where it got to the point where they knock out the referee. Willie Yuta gets involved. Jay White gets involved as well. But then Christian Cage decided in a hoodie to pull out the referee. I think to pull out Cope. He decided to sign the contract and cash it in, making it a three-way dance, which makes things worse. And making it a three-way, but in the end, Moxley walked away with the gold. And Adam Copeland will not be very too happy about that. And I'm sure he'll have something to say this coming Wednesday on Dynamite, because the fallout from Revolution, of course. Crazy matchup. And then as Jon Moxley walked away, Prince Nana confronts Moxley after the matchup. And then Swerve Strickland was waiting on the top of the railing and dove onto him and attacked him. Looks like if anybody wants to get that title off Moxley, Strickland could be the guy to do it. And if the Death Riders come back, will we see a new embassy? Now, the Ops was watching the matchup to keep an eye on the Death Riders, which weren't there. So, let's see what happened in the end. And I did predict the other matchup, the 8-man tag matchup. And I predicted that the Undisputed Kingdom and Daniel Garcia would win. That's 1. AJ and Conglomeration, that's 2. I predicted Ospreay over Fletcher, 3. Okada and King, I got that one wrong. MJF and Page, I predicted Page to win. That was 5. So 4 is 4-1. Tag titles, Hurt Syndicate and Outrunners. Hurt Syndicate retained. That's 5-1. Mercedes Moné versus Watanabe for the TBS title. I picked Momo. I was wrong. Moné kept it, so I'm 5-2. Swerve Strickland Ricochet. I picked Swerve to win that one. 6-2. Tony Storm versus Mariah May. That match is the match of the night to me. Still the show. And Storm, I picked her to win it. That's 7-2. And Takeshita and Omega, I picked Omega to win that one. I'm 8-2. And Moxley versus Cope, I picked Cope to win. Moxley retained. I'm 8-3, which in my picks and predictions. Or if you don't count what what I did on Rant and Rave, I'm 7-3, 7-3 and 8-3. Doesn't matter. I predicted more right than I did wrong, so that was a pretty good night for me. So, like I said, match of the night, the Hollywood ending match between Tony Storm and Mariah May for the AEW Women's World Championship. What's next for the duo? And I was wondering how Mina Shirakawa felt about this. Mina was great best friends with Mariah May during Mariah May's stay in Japan. And then you got Timeless Tony Storm, who she became friends with, and she kind of felt sad. So we'll see what happens. I think I'm hoping too. I'm hoping too that both women start to respect each other a little bit more. Say, hey, I respect you, respect me, and if they decide to become friends again, I think get Mina Shirakawa in the thick of things. I think Tony Storm might be protected. Who knows? But who knows who's going to challenge Tony Storm next? Will Deonna Purrazzo step up? Serena Deeb, Queen Amanada, Julia Hart. Will Sky Blue make a comeback? Billy Starks is trying to go after the TBS title. Athena should challenge Timeless Tony Storm. And I love Timeless Tony Storm, no doubt, but Athena should challenge her. That's my personal opinion on that. So you got that idea, but I was like, I love Tony Storm, but Tony Storm versus Athena would be a great matchup, champion versus champion, or Tony Storm could challenge Athena for the Ring of Honor World Title, Women's World Championship, and she'll put her AEW titles out, winner take all. I would say Tony Storm has been killing it, so we'll see what happens there. So that is it for episode 2082 of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977 to AEW Revolution 2025 Event Center. And like I said, the new thumbnails are on the way. You always the new thumbnails are getting made right now. I'm going to work on them, and hopefully after WrestleMania there'll be new thumbnails. And I'm telling you, I'm also working on the game show thumbnails as well. I discovered new stuff on how to make it. You'll just like it. You'll just like it. Let's just say it makes it easier. Okay. So next up, Tic Tac Dough. That's what we're gonna do. All right. So I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day. Until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E. Do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with A Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.